Okay, so our next project, we are going to create a trivet, and you should know what that is already from the journal. But we're going to start with a stencil. We're going to create a slab that is going to be our base, and then we're going to put the coils over the top. So my trivet has to be 8.5 by 8.5. So I'm going to take my paper. This is already 8.5 here. Okay, so I just have to cut off part of it to make it 8.5. So what I'm going to do, number one, make sure that your 0 is lined up with the edge of the paper. Make a mark at 8.5 at the bottom and 8.5 at the top. And then I'm going to connect those two. I now have an 8.5 by 8.5. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. Okay. So once I have it cut out, this is 8.5 by 8.5. Now I want to draw my design on here, and you have to have some kind of pattern. Now, when you are thinking about this, you need to think about using coils. Okay, coils are pieces of clay that we roll out. Okay, and we've done coils before. Okay, so all you do is take some clay, and you're going to roll it on the table, and you're going to kind of bring your hands out as you do it to make that coil longer. Now, sometimes you get it where it's uneven, so you can just kind of tap on it. You want these to be nice and symmetrical, the same thickness all the way across. Okay, no thin areas, no thick areas, because this is going to be your design. So right now, this side's thicker, okay? So I kind of just roll that side a little bit more than I do the other side. Okay, trying to make it nice and even, because this will be my design. Our goal is to make these about as thick as this wooden dowel. Okay, so these will be on your table, and you'll be able to see what thickness you have your coils. Okay, so I want to try and match it evenly. Right now it's pretty close. Okay, I could roll this side a little bit more. It's still a little too thick. Okay, but I want them to be nice and even. And this might take you a second to get a hang of it. Maybe you make some coils that aren't right, and you scrap them and you start again. Okay, so this is kind of a short coil. I want longer coils. I want to try and kind of make it as long as I can, and then I can cut it if I need to. Okay, so for this, I would cut off the ends. Probably using an X-Acto knife would be better, because I want it nice and neat at the ends. Okay, I don't want it all tapered off like that. So I would use an X-Acto knife to cut it off, and then I have my coil, and then I can create my design from there. Now, when I am working on my project, okay, I want to have some wet paper towels, and I'm going to keep my coils on there. So I'm going to roll probably, I don't know, 5, 6 coils, and then I'm going to put them on here, and I'm going to wrap them so they stay wet. Okay, and don't dry out, because they will dry out very quickly because they are so small. Okay, so I'm going to keep those in my wet paper towel. I'm going to put them to the side. Okay, but before I roll my coils out, those are the coils. I just want to kind of show you what they were so you know what you're dealing with. So when you create your design, okay, you have to keep in mind the coils that you are using, because you want a pattern. Okay, so what I did is I wanted a circular pattern. So I cut out different sizes of circles. So this is 1 inch circle, 1/2 inch, or sorry, 3/4, 1/2 inch, and then 1/4 inch. Okay, 3/4, 1/2 inch, and then 1/4 inch. So I want these to decorate my stencil. Okay, so what I did is I went in and started tracing these so that they all touched evenly. I used they were different sizes. Okay, so I had my big circle, and then I did my medium circle, and then my small circle, and I put them all around so that they touched. So your coils have to touch and to create a pattern on your stencil. Okay, this is what my trivet is going to look like. So I'm going to use my base slab that's cut out in this shape, and then I'm going to place my coils on top to create my design. okay?